Oh, I didn't, I didn't know I was going. Um, Hello and welcome to the Do You Skate podcast. I am filming this again late at night. As you know, there's a set change. I am in my dorm. I'm in my college dorm. I also do have to be a little more quiet because it is close to midnight. And believe it or not, these concrete walls that I'm next to are actually quite thin. I don't know how thin, so I hope I'm not really annoying my neighbors. Um, so set change. I'm going to do a disclaimer, like, before this even starts. I am filming this. No script, no bullet points. I'm just going, right? And is that a bad idea? Absolutely. Entirely. Because I have a lot of things to say, but I also have like nothing to say. I feel like there's been so much happening, like literally so much personal life, fandom stuff, things in the world. Like there's been so much. I also don't have my normal purple light, which some of you might be thankful for. So on my TV, right, I put a purple light so we can have the same ambiance as when I'm at home. So I also don't even have a name for this episode. I was thinking to myself, maybe I should just film this in the morning. Because last episode I filmed really late. So I was like, oh, maybe I should do like a dual, right? Like last episode I filmed really late, so then next episode I film sort of early, right? No. I decided to go into this free ball. Because why not, honestly? I'm really sorry if this is very ASMR-y. I don't mean to. Again, I just have to be quiet. Also, I am wearing pajama pants. I said in the last episode that maybe the dress code for me filming this will always be pajamas. But I also just love pajamas. Like in my senior year of high school, I told myself I'm gonna dress so nice for senior year. And then it caught up to me. Guys, it was too fucking early, right? There's just something about college and being like in a separate building from your school area that makes you want to get up and like be motivated to like get dressed and get on with life, right? Like there's just such a there's such a difference in that. Like with high school, yes, you are in a separate living space than your high school, right? But it just feels different, right? Like I guess maybe because you're living on your own in college, so it's sort of like okay, it's like all of your responsibility, right? To get up to go to your classes, right? Like it's a big responsibility. I've skipped some classes, definitely. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. My English teacher, my last semester, he gave us the whole spiel of like how much money you're burning and like wasting by skipping classes. God forbid I be a little sad. And I don't feel like getting out of my bed. No, guys, I have to be so fucking honest. This week, it's been a tough one. It's been a tough week. I know I got very serious at the end of my last podcast episode. So we're gonna be a little serious starting this episode, I guess. But no, it's been a serious fucking week. Like, it's like I've been so open and honest. Like as I've like created my social media life, I've been so open and honest about mental health because that's like my biggest thing, right? Like I'm studying psychology, like I'm studying to become a psychologist, right? Per chance, per maybe, right? To work in that field. So I never want to be dishonest. I built my TikTok around sort of the feeling of being alone, right? Because that like oh my god, I should talk about the origin of that because I feel like I've talked about it a little bit on live, but that's another thing. Actually, maybe this is why I wanted to film this, right? Because I hate TikTok live. Like it censorship. Like you can't say so much. Like I am so prohibited. Like I can't even say I hate men. Like you can't. You can't say you hate men because it's like it's hate speech, right? And people can report it. Um which is like it's just like you're not supposed to be hateful on the app. So if you say you hate men and then a man sees it and then he gets all dirty fucking whities. Sorry to any man. Actually, I'm not sorry. It was just Women's Month. Deal with it, right? No. I hope people know that I'm joking. I don't actually hate men. Please no. I don't actually hate men, right? Bucky Barnes is and will always be the exception, right? But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the origins of my TikTok. So my TikTok handle is Why Am I Even Here, which was the title of my first episode, which I did on purpose. Well, it's Why Am I Even Here X, because Why Am I Even Here was taken. So Why Am I Even Here X? And I did that because I created that account when I was 14. Yeah, it's, guys, I'm unk. I'm fucking unk. It's been 5 years since I've had that account. I have 4 different TikTok accounts. I have a personal TikTok account that I've had since Musical.ly. Again, unk. I have that one, Why Am I Even Here X. I have an editing account, and I have a separate editing account. I have 2 editing accounts because one is multi-fandom, and then the other one is specifically for the Julie and the Phantoms fandom, because there was a period of my life when the only edits I was making was Julie and the Phantom edits, and I was like, oh, this isn't really fair for people who follow the multi-fandom editing account. And also, on that account, my Julie and the Phantoms edits weren't getting much traction, so I was like, oh, what would happen if I just made an editing account specifically for Julie and the Phantoms? And I actually got a lot more traction on that account than my multi-fandom one. So, but I now don't remember the password because it's on my other phone, and this is a new phone. So, oops. Anyway, so I was 14, and I used to post on my personal account, the one I had since Musical.ly, not telling y'all that one. And it is private, but I used to post on that one, like, all the time. And then I wasn't getting any traction, and I low-key love fame. Like, what can I say? It's my personal nightmare and my biggest dream. I love it. I love the attention, but it's also very hard at times. The attention. What am I talking about? I'm acting like I'm famous. But like when when a video blows up, right? Like I love it a little bit. Like it's a feeling of community, right? It's really nice. But then somebody disagrees with you, and suddenly you're the worst person on the planet. And it's like, okay. Like, oh. Or for a while I hated the transition between when I was going live all the time and then also posting on TikTok, because people who only knew me for my lives were commenting on my TikToks like, oh, just go live. And it's like, hey, I've had this TikTok longer than I've been going live, right? Which that's a story too. But anyway, so I used to post on my personal account. I wasn't getting any traction. It was only like friends and family. So then 2020 hit, right? Or 2021, it'd be 2021 because 5 years, right? 2021 hit. Pandemic was, lockdown was rising and whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I should create a secret account, right? So like people who know me, right? Maybe they could find it. Maybe I'll block them from it, right? And it'll be like a fresh new start. So, and I was a very sad 14-year-old. I'm still a sad 19-year-old. So nothing really has changed in that regard. But there's just more angst, I think, when you're 14. Like when you're 14 and sad, it's like you're like Tumblr, right? Like that's like you're like Pinterest images that are like broken, okay, like shit like that. Like you're like locked away, like the song. I like, do you guys get what I'm like saying? Like it's 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 angsty in a sort of fun way when you look back on it, but it's very serious like in that moment, right? Like when you're in that headspace, it's very serious, and I think nobody takes you seriously in that time period, which sucks. Like, but my life was blowing up. Everybody's life was at that point. My life was blowing up. I was 14. I was sad. Right? My brain was just starting to realize it was a little fucked up from trauma and all that shit. And so I I was gonna say like the difference, like when you're 14 sad, it's like angsty, but then you hit 19 sad and you're just depressed. Like it's like real, like 14 and sad. It's like you still have time. Like you have time to get away. But then you hit 19 and you're still sad, and that's called depression, babe. It's like you're locked in for life with that one. I'm joking. I'm sort of if you guys didn't know, I am diagnosed with depression and anxiety. Just so we're on the same basis here, I'm allowed to make these jokes, right? I have authority. Anyway, so making the account with my sad little 14-year-old brain, I I was like, what's I just want to make I just want to be sad. I just want to be sad. Like I'm just sad. Funny now, horrible then. And so then I created Why Am I Even Here X, and all of my TikToks, like my first TikTok was my legal name, my age, my sign, like, and I formed the account making mutuals, which is so fun, and I love my mutuals. Like, if sometimes I'll make a TikTok where I'm like, guys, like I miss all of my mutuals, because like it was so fun, like building that, like literally, like it was so great, like happiest, I won't say the happiest moment of my life, but it was a good moment. It was a good moment of my life. I still have a lot of my mutuals. We still follow each other. We just don't, I think a lot of us aren't even aware we still follow each other. And that's why I'm always still down to create mutuals. Like that will never die. Like in my lives, after I go live, the people who interact with me the most in my life, I always follow them back. Because they usually follow me. If they don't, then whatever. I won't go follow them. Sorry. Um, but what was I saying? A beeping noise just happened. Be really nice if my dorm didn't explode. I live here. Anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, like I created mutuals, and it was such a good experience. It was so fun. But a lot of my TikToks, like some were fandom, a lot of it was sad. Like a lot of it was just like I don't know. Like it was like I don't even remember a lot of the posts that I was like making. I made a post about Larry Stylinson. I remember that. I made a lot of posts about my mom and my like relationship with my parents, because that was its peak of horribleness. And then I went live at 14. And if you guys don't know this, you're not allowed to go live until you're 18 on TikTok. I didn't know that. And there will be people who will ask you how old you are. And my age was in my bio. I'm naturally blonde. Give me grace. I'm kidding. That's a stereotype. Let's not follow it. Anyway, so someone came into my life, asked how old I was, and I was like, oh, it's in my bio. You guys know that scene from Interstellar where they're like, it's like the guy, the dad, and he's like, no, no, no. That's how I feel. They reported me, and I was banned. I was banned from going live until I reached legal age. 4 years. 4 fucking years. I was not able to go live until last year, March, when I turned 18. The second the day I turned 18. I authorized my age. I was like, I am legal, let me do this. And then I started going live, and history was made. But yeah, I had a couple TikToks go really big. I had a Falcon the Winter Soldier, which is a Marvel show. That TikTok went big. I deleted it because I worded it weird, and I was also young and stupid. Um, but yeah, I have a couple big TikToks. But yeah, that's where Why Am I Even Here comes from. Just me being a sad, lonely 14-year-old. I'm wondering if the beeping was from the Violet Screen 10 Hours YouTube video that I'm watching for ambiance. Anyway, but yeah, like, it's still so crazy. Like, I didn't expect it. Like, I have 11K, 11.6K, but I have like overall 3.2 million likes like on my whole account. And it's like every time, like, it's still so normal to me, and then I'll tell somebody in my real life this, or like they'll find it, and that was a cat and mouse game for a while. Like, because imagine, you know how I mentioned that it was a secret account? Literally almost everybody, the second I started getting blown up videos, a bunch of people from my real life started finding it. Yeah. And then came the push and pull of like, I didn't want my friends to find it because I was starting high school, right? So I was making friends, but I also had the secret account, and I wanted friends. And you know, when you make friends with other mentally ill people, you're all kind of trauma bonded in a way, and it's kind of horrible, and no one really talks about it, especially like in freshman year. So I didn't really want them to know, but I also wanted to connect with them on, I just wanted to connect with them on very deep levels for 14. Um, but I've also mentioned how I feel very intensely. So if you think I'm like really introspective right now, it's because I felt everything at 14 and I've only had time to learn what it was. That was kind of poetic. That was kind of awesome. Anyway, so every time I got in a fight with one of like my friends, because I made a friend group, because of course I did. It's freshman year. Um, every time I got into a fight, I would block them from my TikTok. Guys, it was not that serious. And now I don't treat it. People treat it very fucking seriously. Like, there are still people where I'll tell them like, "Oh, I think I blocked you," like, cause like I don't remember, and they'll act like I shot them. It's a it's a TikTok account. And I guess it's because like there's implication that like you there's implication that like you're posting stuff that maybe they don't want to see, and it's like I always have to like it's not about that with me, right? Like, I mean, there were definitely points where it was. I think recently I did that. But will I admit that sin here? Is it a confessional? No, we're on my bed in my dorm. Feels like a confessional. Anyway, um but it was never about that. Like with blocking, when I did, it was more what I was saying last episode, where um I didn't want I there are moments where I don't want people to perceive me like at all. Like, I was just talking about this with my friend literally like an hour or two ago, like um how I sometimes I just hate people, like, and you know, not a great future psychologist thing to say, but it's not even that. It's just the energy of interacting with people, and it kills me a little bit on the inside, because I'm a very exhausting person. Like, I exhaust myself every single day. So me exhausting myself just existing, and then putting that added weight of like talking to another human being is exhausting squared. Like, it hits me some days. It's really like I have really bad days where I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything, and then people start talking to me and I'm like, please don't. Please don't. So some days I don't want to be seen, some days I don't want to be perceived. I don't even want to be thought of. And it's like, if I'm fighting with you, I I don't want you to see me. Like, I don't like I'm thinking about how bad I hurt you or you hurt me, and like, don't look at me. I don't want to look at you. So I block people. I don't really anymore. I mean, I did recently. And it was because I wanted to post stuff without them seeing. Anyway, my relationships with people right now are very strained. I will say. Is it because I'm an awful person? I would say yes, but me and my roommate have a rule that we do not degrade ourselves in this room. So I cannot say that. Um but yeah, also sorry I say so much. It's such a filler word for me. I'm apologizing now. But yeah. So it's tough. Like that, like I said in my last like I said in my last episode, I say 27 times. Um People perceiving you and people seeing you is very difficult. And it's even harder for me some days, right? Like it's very difficult for me. Um so like it's so instinctual to just push people away. Like it's so like get away from me. And that's like again, that's a thing that I have to work on in therapy. But I'm trying to think of like not serious stuff to talk about for a second to give us a little break. The Pit finale, we could talk about that. I don't know how of the 3 people that watched this, if you've seen The Pit, but you're gonna listen to me rant about the finale, because I feel like people. So the show has gotten praise, right? Because it's the format, right? It's a singular shift, 15 episodes, 15 hours, one shift in the ER, right? At first, it got praise for that. But now I think it's getting backlash for that because people don't understand the implication of that. Because I think people are now realizing how much you don't learn from a person in one day. And it like also depends on like the person that you're interacting with in that day. Some people are gonna go overshares. Other people, like we were just talking about, push away. That's called avoidant personality, guys. That was disgusting. Anyway. So yeah, like I think people are sort of like not like with the second season, I think they're not really getting it. Like it's sort of like, no, I want to know more, I want to know more. And it's like, yeah, but how much are people telling you in a day? They're not telling you their life story. I mean, maybe some people, right? Like Mel Ging, she definitely will. But I don't think Robbie is telling you his trauma from A to Z in one day, in one shift. And it's not even like a day. Like, you have to keep in mind, like, this is work. Like, these are coworkers that are trauma bonded from the ER. Like, and also when you're in, a lot of people that work in the ER, they don't want to share personal stuff. They want to keep personal life separate because the ER, it gets to you and it builds to you, right? Like, you do become avoidant in that setting because it's harsh, right? Like you like again back to you don't want people to see you that way, right? Like you don't want to mingle your personal life with your work life. Like a lot of healthcare workers don't do that because then it's harder. Like then your workplace is just difficult. It's even more difficult than it already is, right? And that's just double fucking struggle, right? Double homicide. Like it's hard. So I don't know why people are now like, guys, we don't know anything. Though I saw a TikTok, which I think is very relevant, and they are absolutely correct, where somebody was like, oh, you thought Grey's Anatomy was milked? Wait to see how long the fucking pit's gonna go on for. And Noah Wyle said that he wants a yearly release. So, but like, I do remember. So I do have a little note sheet, not near me, but in my memory. And I do remember I wrote on there, this is such a smooth transition. People are so fucking mad all the time. Like people want competition, people want to feel angry. Like we talked about it a little bit in my first episode of the issue with shipping, right? And me and my roommate talked about it a little bit earlier this week, where I was like, everything's a fucking ship war now, right? This ship is better, this ship is better, this ship is realistic, this ship is unrealistic. Why do we care? Like, and it's so difficult because the internet is about people expressing their opinions, but a lot of people, like, I don't know, it's so rough. Like, I saw, but it's like not even people, like, it's not even any more people sharing their opinions. It's people dogging on other people's opinions. Stop. Like, I made a post a while ago. Like, I want to say like 2 years ago now. Where I was like, oh, like, I don't make fun of other people's music tastes because I'm not a fucking loser. And then other people are like, well, except country. And it's like, no, even country. I jokingly am like, I fucking hate country. Because there are some songs, there are some songs in the country genre where you're real, it's literally Bo Burnham's country song, right? Like, you have to laugh. It's ridiculous. Like, well, what are you talking about, right? But I could say the same for pop songs, right? Like, I just hate this, like, specific attack on one thing when other things suck just as equally. Like, what are we doing? What are you doing? Like, you're hating on this one specific thing because you don't like it. But other things suck, right? And it's like, I think that's why, like, with depression and with sadness, I don't even really take it that seriously anymore. I should. I should. But I don't really take it that seriously anymore. Because it's sort of like, yeah, this fucking sucks. The world is on fire. Like, who fucking knew? Guys, that's a bad mentality. Don't have that. Don't. I can have that mentality because I'm me. I'm telling you, you cannot have that mentality. Just because other people have it worse does not mean that you do. What? Just because other people have it worse doesn't mean you don't have it bad too. Good job, Saw. Anyway. Oh, I should probably explain. So I was talking about the why am I even here thing, and I bet some of you are like, well, where does Saw come from? Where does Sabushka come from? This is a fucking mess. You love it anyway. Anyway. Double anyway. Jesus Christ. The Saw comes from nowhere. The Sabushka comes from nowhere. People ask me, am I alive? I pulled it from the sky. I looked at the moon. It whispered in my ear. Probably more like a projectile yell because it's so far away. And it told me Sabushka. And that is it. That is literally it. Like, there's no other implication. It doesn't mean anything. My legal name, because I have one of those, it doesn't really have any nicknames. There's 2, and they're a mixture of each other. So, some people know my real name, and that's another thing. A lot of my mutuals, there's a couple of my mutuals who are so nice and so sweet and so genuine, where they'll tell me, like, they know my name and they keep it like it's a briefcase filled with diamonds. Like, they are, like, so precious that they hold it so gently. You don't have to. Like, if you know my name, it's like, I'm not, like, trying to keep it fully hidden, because there are going to be people who, from my real life, there are people from my real life that find my lives and they'll comment my name. There was another beep. I really think it's the YouTube video that I'm playing. Should we look at the comments? Okay, nobody's mentioning it in the comments. Am I fucking crazy? I'm gonna mute the TV and we'll see if there's any sound in the next 10 minutes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I'm not really trying to keep my name hidden. People from real life are gonna say it. It's a pretty name. So it's not like I'm ashamed of it. It's not like a chosen I mean, I did choose it, but you're not like dead naming me. Like, don't worry about that. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to have that separation. Saw is also, the moon graced me with that, right? Like, Um, Sabushka, I like how Bushka sounds, and Sa was a nickname that I made and I gave myself. So I put Sa in front of Bushka. Creative, am I right? But yeah, I remember. Oh, I have a friend. Like, I've had a couple people reach out to me. I have friends, like online friends that I've made because of TikTok, and some of them know my name. It's like it's not that serious. I just like Sa. It's a fun nickname and it gives a disconnect from my like personal stuff, because like I get very personal on here, but it's still nice to sort of have this, like, I can be sort of different and I can be the sort of different entity, right? Like I don't have to be like this person that people do know me as, and I can be this person that I'm creating, right? Like, it's like legal name has like past and like trauma. Sa has like I've built this, I've made this, and I think that's fun, right? But it also doesn't have to be that serious. Sa is something I pulled from the middle of nowhere, and that's all it means. That's it. Yeah. Sometimes things are deep, and sometimes things are very surface level, and then you make them deep. Either one doesn't matter to me, right? Though I will like say, like, don't go out of your way to call me by my first legal name if you find it. That would be a bit strange. But I've seen stranger things. But yeah, I don't remember what it was. Oh, just people being angry. Like, just the world being on fire and not taking. Yeah, I don't really take sadness very seriously. I should. It is a problem. My roommate didn't get frustrated at me last night, but I did have a bad sort of break, a very bad day. The week led up to me, and I went on a walk at 10 to 11 p.m. And I walked to my car, and I sobbed, and I sat in silence for 40 minutes. It was beautiful. And I didn't tell my roommate, who was my best friend, because I was really going through it. I was really in my head. I literally like couldn't. It was the first time I had ever done anything like that. I've never just like got up and left and had a panic attack in my car. That's like 3 minutes from me. Like, it was very surreal. But I had to do it, right? College is very overwhelming. You're not alone at all, right? Like, I tried staying in the building at first. I went outside of my dorm, and it was so loud. And then I went to the basement, and people kept going in and out, and it was so loud. And then I went outside, and it was still so loud. So the parking lot in my car was the next option. Um, and then I came back, and my roommate was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." And, sorry. And they said, "You don't look it." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good." Like, I'm good. Um, and it's like not even. It's not like a lie. Like, I'm not like lying, right? Like, in the moment, the feelings and the tide had passed, and all I felt was surreal and sort of empty, right? And that is okay, right? Like, I wasn't actively gonna go on a permanent 3 month sabbatical, right? Like Dr. Robbie. Like, I was just there and I was just existing. But I kind of like joked about it, and my roommate, my best friend, was like, "Okay, not disregarding your own feelings. Can you tell me how you feel?" Shit, she got me. Oops. It is exhausting, and I can understand that, like, when people don't take stuff very seriously. But I think there's a sort of vulnerability that I think, even if I was preaching to the choir at the end of the last episode to let people perceive you, even if they hate you, it's still very hard. Like, there are moments when you're very vulnerable, and it's hard to let people sort of see that. I know it seems like I do such a great job of it. I'm so confident. I'm so sure of myself and how I feel. But like I said, it's because I've had a lot of time. Um, all I've had is time to think about my head and to think about what's in my head, right? And it literally me going and sitting in my car for 40 minutes, and all I did was think. I did text people, but all I did was think. Like I sat and I stared. And is that dangerous in that state of mind? Yes. It's definitely a coin flip, right? But, sorry, coin flip just made me think of my math exam that I totally failed. Fuck. Anyway, it's definitely a coin flip, and I know everybody's like, oh, when you're feeling like that, don't be alone. But I've always said, fuck that, right? Like, I think, don't be alone if you don't want to be, right? And it's like, well, you don't know the difference between what you need and what you want. Like, forcing yourself to talk to people, right? Because you're in a bad mental state, right? Is it forcing yourself, or do you genuinely want to reach out to those people and talk to them, right? Like, I've just sort of, like, my mom is very aware of my mental issues, and my struggles, I should say, not issues, but my struggles. And she always is like, call me, right? Because she's a mom. She's my mom. And it's sort of like, I always tell her, I'm like, I can't make you that promise. Because, little content warning, we're going to get into, this is going to get heavier. This could become a very heavier conversation. But when you do have suicidal ideation, right, your brain is to the utmost of its power trying to convince you to end your life. There is very little that is going to convince you to stay. Right? In that moment, you're not going to be able to force yourself to reach out to people. And if you do, that's will to survive. And you're strong and you're brave. But even wanting to be alone and wanting to sit in silence, you're strong and you're brave for that too. Because even when your brain is trying to convince you to do that, you're staying. Both are strong, both are brave, both are incredible, as long as you're here, right? People mostly say to, like, reach out to people because they worry. They worry, right? That's what they're saying it out of. It's not, I mean, it is for your safety, but it's because they want to know that you're okay, right? And it's like, you can't blame them for that. But it's a very harsh reality when you have to tell, like, your most loved one that in that moment, you're probably not going to reach out to people, right? Like, it's going to be very difficult, which is why checking in on people is so important, people. Like, it's so important, right? Like, I remember I made a TikTok where it was like, there was, I don't know, it was this fuck ass trend, right? Like, oh, it's so important. It was something so stupid. And my take on it was, there is never a moment in my head where I'm fully okay. Or my rendition of okay is just existing, right? I have good days, I have bad days, right? And so it's hard to live, to breathe, to exist, you know? But your voice matters. People want to hear from you, right? Like, even if it's a simple, what, like, dude, what's been going on in your life? Like, let me know. Like, tell me right now. Like, I always, when I see somebody that I haven't seen in a while, I'm always like, yo, tell me literally everything right now. And there's something so joyful in that, and there's something so great, and there's something so human in that. Keep doing it. Please do it more. Like, I always say, like, DMs are open and stuff like that. And it's like, you're letting the creeps in. And it's like, yeah, yeah, but sometimes those creeps are human. And it's like, what are you gonna do? Sometimes they're human. Am I interacting with creeps that are not human? all the time those creeps are human, right? And I can ignore them, right? Like, I would live. No, I'm actually gonna die because a creep messaged me on TikTok. But yeah, it's just like I always just encourage people, like, reach out, say hi, send that chat, like, send that DM, because it's like, it's in this day and age, texting is so unserious. It's so unserious. Like, it's do what you want. Um, I don't know. It's like, would you rather regret not doing it at all, or would you rather regret saying something? Oh, is it better to speak or to die? Yeah, that fucking thing. I like to talk. I think we know this. But yeah, very serious episode because I've been feeling very serious this whole week. I've had some good days this week. The pit finale was phenomenal and then broke me. But I think the pit finale was sort of my reminder to feel, which is very strange. Like, I think this whole week I've been floating and I've been surface level, like, just get through it. Like, just make it to the weekend. And then Thursday, the finale hit, and I was like it was like this, like, shudder, like, went through my body. And it's like, because it was such a human finale, right? Because the show is, based on realism, right? And the human experience. So, like, seeing it and watching it, it just reminded me how human I am and I feel, right? And it was terrifying, but we get through it. We keep going. I'm very real. I'm very real all the time. I try to be. I try to be. And I know it sucks, like, maybe this episode not being all jokes and laughs and preparedness and whatever. But I think sometimes we need that, and I've never what was that? I've never driven away from wanting to share this with people, right? I've had extensive serious talks on fucking TikTok live about it, like, because, dude, I'm going into the mental health field. There was another noise, but it wasn't a beep. That was horrifying. Anyway, I'm going into the mental health field. Like, I'm gonna advocate for people being open and being honest. And that's sort of why I love TikTok. Because I know the whole, like, did the Journal Factory explode? Yeah. You know what? It did. The Journal Factory is now TikTok. Deal with it. I love how honest people are on TikTok. Like, guys, I can't even lie. Like, I literally can't. Like, I love the honesty on TikTok. Like, I love it. Like, yes. Like, I need all of us humans to be more honest right now. Like, because this whole, like, let's act proper and blah blah blah, like, it's fun, yeah, but it's like there's just something so freeing about being honest. Like, yes, don't hurt people with honesty. Like, brutal honesty it's awful sometimes. Like, be careful, be considerate, right? But it's just so nice. It's so nice. Guys, like, I can't even lie. Like, it's so... Oh, I don't think we want the bed in frame, do we? Not the bed. The bed is in frame. I meant my comforter. Yeah, there's just something so great. So great about being honest about what I'm thinking, what I'm going through. And I think it's because it's so scary and you're getting over it. It's refreshing. It's like going up a hill and then finally being like, oh my god, I can finally go downhill. But no, I'm very serious. Sorry if that sucks. But I'm a very serious being. I'm a person that goes through very tough weeks, very tough days. And I just feel like sometimes I need to share that with people, with the world, right? Like, I like talking about it. I like talking about stuff that I go through, like personal experience, because if sharing my personal experience and sharing my thoughts means that somebody else relates and somebody else finds connection and somebody feels safe and helped and then I would do it 100 times over, right? Like, it's funny because I'm writing a essay right now, very 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 long essay. It's like my final, about parasocial relationships, right? And they do suck, guys. It is a problem because of the anger and how the world has become more angry. Parasocial relationships are now like tenfold angry, and like everybody's angry at everybody because I want this celebrity that does not know my name. But I think there is a connection and there's community that's formed within them, and I think that's really beautiful. So I'm never gonna turn down like the opportunity of that, of connecting with people. Like, I have people that send me TikToks of celebrities that they know they like, and I've never talked to them, but because they see my TikToks and they're like, yo, you look Sebastian Stan, I'm gonna send you a Sebastian Stan edit. And it's like, it's so nice. It's so heartwarming. Or like, I remember I made a TikTok about my mutuals, and everybody in the comment section was like, oh, I was here since this era. Enough to make a grown 19-year-old cry. I'm not. I'm wiping my eyes. But, sorry. Very serious episode, I know. Though, what hot topics are, like, happening right now? Like, all I'm thinking about is the pit. And how I'm, like, in my mental health. Like, that's all I've been thinking. Like, I kid you not, all I've been thinking about this week is, like, my personal life in the pit. That's it. Like, I wish I was joking. I wish. I wish. I know there's stuff going on with Sabrina Carpenter. I don't want to talk about it because it's not my place to talk about it. Stuff happening at Coachella. I haven't seen anything from her second. Oh, wait. Does she perform tomorrow? Oh, yeah. She performs tomorrow. Anyway. Yeah, I've thought about speaking on it, but it's really not. It's just not my place. Like, you don't need a white person standing up for another white person about cultural things. You don't need that on your screen. And I'm not gonna do it because I've always said celebrities are all probably assholes. Like, guys, I'm low key an asshole. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, right? Like, because like they're human, right? Like, yeah, they're mean and they're assholes, but isn't everybody? Like, isn't everybody a little bit? Like, everybody's kind of mean sometimes. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like it's just, though that doesn't excuse the behavior. I do know that, and I'm not defending her. I'm not defending Jabble. I'm not defending nobody. This is a no defense zone. We are offense. We don't do stuff. I used to play soccer. There's a little lore drop. I used to play soccer, and then I stopped when my best friend got the ball kicked into her chest and could not breathe. That somehow feels more intimate and more serious than me talking about my mental health struggles. Anyway, this has been 40 minutes, almost 50, of me talking about my issues. And I'm still gonna post it. And I think that's beautiful. Because nobody's watching this. Like, I mean, Declan and Carter and maybe Opaque are watching this. Right? Shout out to Declan, by the way. Declan and this girl, I think her name is Catherine, gave me the idea for the podcast name. Though, Saturdays. So my TV is muted, but the beeping went off. I think it's either the humidifier, because we have a humidifier, or we have these speakers, and maybe they're not turned off, but they're dead. But they haven't been making that until I started recording. Okay. Anyway. Oh, shout out to Declan and Carter. Carter, I low-key have to text you back. My bad. When you see this, This whole episode is basically an explanation why I've been away from my phone. Yeah, it's been a tough week. It's been a tough fucking week. Like, college is kicking my ass, life is kicking my ass, I'm kicking my own ass. I'm getting metaphorically punched by 3 legs, and one of them punched by a leg. I'm getting metaphorically kicked by 3 legs, and one of them is my own. So, isn't that just lovely? Yeah, this is not a very hunky-dory, cheery, literally, okay, wait. You know how I was like, all I've been dealing like with in like real life has been my personal life, and then the pit? Fan fiction too. Like, I kid you not. Personal family stuff. Okay, but I've been reading the pit fan fiction, so I guess they would be side by side. Personal family stuff, the pit and fan fiction. Because it's pit fan fiction. My speech for my comm class is why the pit is better than Grey's Anatomy. So, and I said you should watch the pit over Grey's Anatomy. And I will die on that hill. My hyperfixation is dying a little bit, and it probably will the longer it takes for season 3 to come out. But guys, I low-key feel like shit. This is just an hour of me complaining, and that sucks. Like, I'm so sorry. I think it's introspective complaining, right? Right? But no, I felt so hollow, like this past week, like, because because before the fucking pit, I was like, whatever. Deflection is not a good way to cope. But honestly, real talk real quick, because apparently we've only been having fake talk this whole time. Real talk. Once you form unhealthy coping mechanisms, unhealthy is like out of the table. Like, it's out of the table. It's off the table. My friend just texted me back. It's off the table. Like, the second you form unhealthy habits, you don't even get the option for healthy ones. Like, you try, and it's the most difficult thing of your life. Or, like, people will tell you, like, you have to form healthy habits. Where are they? Where are they? Like, oh, Google them. It's so difficult. It's very difficult. Like, when I was in therapy, I was like, okay, I'll journal and I'll do yoga. And then every therapy session, she asked me, have you been journaling and doing yoga? And you know what I would respond with every time? No. And it's because, oh, you need to want to get better and be better. Do you know how fucking difficult that is? Like, what? Like, I think in all honesty, the reason why I wanted to film this, no preparation, just me talking real shit, right? Is because in my little reflection in my car, while it was dead silent, I realized some days I just don't want to be very strong. I want to be weak. Because I've been strong my whole life. And it is exhausting. It's very tiring to just keep going and to not break, right? Which is why breaking it's healthy. Like I said earlier, like, reaching out to people is great, but also if you want a long time, that's okay too, right? Like, people may feel guilty or may hate it, and it's like, but if it is what you need, then do it, right? Like, if it's what you need in that moment, nobody can blame you for that. And if they do, then that's their fault, right? I'm gonna be really fucking pissed if for some reason I take this mic off and the audio is fucked. So y'all better fucking hope it's not. Anyway. I just realized, yeah, I'm not gonna edit this until tomorrow, and then I'll get it hopefully out by Saturday night. Anyway, I was thinking something and then it left my brain. I'm really hungry. No, yeah, sometimes it's very hard to keep, being strong and all that jazz and being so brave I am. Sorry, that's the deflection. Anyway, it's hard. It's very, very difficult. So I think I needed this and I wanted this because I think I sometimes want people to see that I'm struggling. Because it's kind of nice sometimes, but that's not me saying worry about me. That's me saying that despite me going through this, I will be okay. Isn't that hunky dory? Isn't that good? Isn't that a good end? Isn't that a good conclusion for you? Ooh, I'm funky tonight. Anyway, because like I said, like it's scary to let people see you regularly. It's even more scary to let them see when you're vulnerable. But you gotta get up the hill before you can go down it. Oh my god, I hate biking on hills. When I die and I go to hell, that's gonna be my internal torment. Anyway, it's been guys, it's been rough. I know I just said we're going down the hill, but we can really only go up from here. Yeah. So, how's your guys' week going? That was... Dude, in every episode I start with a sort of crazy thing, and I didn't. Whatever. This is the real side of me. This is the real Sa. Okay, not the Sabushka, this is Sa. Right? You guys are seeing the real me right now. Right? No, I'm always the real me. I'm never faking for anything. I'm never faking for anybody except myself. Because fake it until you make it. I am full of remarks tonight. I also think my hair looks really fucking good. Can we talk about it? I need a haircut and a new tattoo. Really badly. Like, I have a new piercing. I need a haircut and a new tattoo. Like, every time I'm like, oh, I need a haircut. And then some days my hair looks really good. And I'm like, I don't want a haircut. Babe, you need a haircut. And I know what my next tattoo is going to be. I just need to figure out placement. Because I've been really struggling. And I've been keep looking at my arms. Trying to, like, imagine it. And it's very difficult. And I think I'm going to talk to my mom about it. But I'm also a little part of me is like, I don't care. Right? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, I care about the placement, but I don't really care about the placement. But because I'm trying to think, like, will future me care? Like, is this going to hinder any other future tattoo plans? And I don't think it will. And I think it'll look kind of cunty, but cunty in a good way. Not cunty in the derogatory way. When I end this, am I gonna get up and try and find what the beeping noise is? Wish I could tell you yes. So, it is the next day. And if any of you were wondering what the beeping was and if I ever found out what it was my toothbrush. But I'm not. I'm gonna go on the other side of my bed. The reason why I'm not on the other side of my bed right now, this is one side, there's another side, because that's how beds work. The reason why is because there's personal photos of, like, family and friends, like, there. And I'm not letting y'all perceive that. Can you tell I'm in a class called Psychology of Perception? It's actually really fucking boring. So it's whatever, I don't even know why I mentioned it. Yeah, I'm gonna get on the other side of my bed and read gay fan fiction. Well, bye.